I'm Leanne, Vaughn. I teach physical science and chemistry.
And I teach math, algebra 1 and geometry. We are here to talk about something really cool about OneNote. You've heard about OneNote throughout the day. We're going to show you something even cooler. Okay, get excited. We are ahead of the time. Yay! You're doing good. All right, escape from what? Escape from boring worksheets to exciting activities, copying answers to actually competing for answers, from actually texting to actually doing the test review in my class. I was able to do something really cool and escape from the routine. Escape with OneNote is something that we used, and this is a cool feature. You probably witnessed it in detail in one of the sessions, but right now, hopefully we'll ignite you enough to actually go and get started in your class, because it is that easy. What is this? That's something that's so easy and simple? It's really that easy. It took me like 5 minutes to set it up, and my classroom literally transferred from a boring classroom to an exciting classroom. So what did I do? It's just a password protected pages. So when you create rooms in OneNote, which you already are doing, you just create a password protected pages. And these password protected pages have a specific password. And that specific password leads you to another page. I created something like this. This is from my class Escape. My original welcome page was something very dramatic, where they actually thought they were about to solve a mystery, but then they ended up actually looking at they ended up actually looking at a worksheet, and then they have to solve the problem. And I did put a lot of problems on one page where they actually record their own answers, and if they get the answer right, that becomes a password to the next page. But then you should also have an option to make sure that they also have a way out. If they're stuck, they go to a different page. Which is your differentiation? Okay, you can actually change your rooms to have them go to different places. Yes, I did make them work on a worksheet, and they were actually doing something cool, so they actually worked all their papers. And once they successfully completed, I just printed a paper and gave them the base, gave their own. They felt awesome about it. And that was my success story from my test review, from texting to actually taking the test review very seriously and then going over the material.
So another way to use it is as an introductory activity. And you can do this in a science class. You can do this in any class that you think that your students might have just a little bit of knowledge about. But you've got to give them a way so that they can figure out some more things. So here's what room 1 looks like. It clearly has a lot of blanks to fill in. So I was assuming that they knew a little bit about the periodic table, and they actually had resources that they could go use in order to fill in the blanks. And this was a web quest. So it was websites that they would go to, and they would fill in the blanks, and based on what page they were in or what room they were in, they would use a different website for their web quest. So it made it a little bit more fun than just sitting there and being like, oh, hey, you do this website, I'll do this website. And so here's what the website looked like for the web quest, or what one of them looked like. And you had different students. Some students were on this website, whereas across the room there was another pair of students on a different website because they were 4 rooms ahead or whatever. Now, when they get to the next room, it's password protected. So what is the password? Well, the password is probably going to be something that they learned in the website that they were just on. So when I went around the room, and I actually had little cards that said the code to enter this room is the answer to such and such a question, or is the sum of the answers to a few questions, because many of these answers were numbers, or you could pick like the first and last letter of an answer. If it is only a word answer, you could pick different things. And reminder, it is case sensitive, so you have to be really careful. You want to make your passwords pretty easy, like one or between like probably 3 and 5 letters, because otherwise it gets messy and students start to spell things wrong, because we know they're not good at that because of spell check. And depending on the number of rooms that you will have a card that tells you what the passcode is for each room. And if you give them these cards all at once, they're just gonna go try and get into every single room all at once. Not a good idea. So you're gonna wanna go around the room and say, oh, you're ready for room 4. Here's the code to room 4. And you show it to them and you walk away. So when you get in, you will get an A. If you don't get in, well, you better go back and redo it. So essentially, everybody who finishes gets an A because you're assuming that they had to do all of the work and get all of the right answers. If they didn't get the right answers, they weren't going to get in the room. It's a mystery adventure. So, what's going to be the password for the next room? So we have 30 seconds left. Don't go anywhere. What else could you do with escape room? Continue reviewing or continue learning.
It is really an easy task.
Go ahead.
And it's very engaging.
The
If
kids
you
like
have
it.
Any questions? I'm in the math room and Leanne is in the science
I'm across the
room.
hall from her.
Please do come and ask us for any questions, how to set it up. The first time it's a little bit tricky, but then it goes